Hello everyone, this is Jennifer Rodriguez. Welcome to my Advanced Teaching Practices ePortfolio created for my National University Education Masters. I've gone ahead and created some subpages to my welcome page to introduce myself, including my education background and some information about my family. Also, I've introduced my mentor teacher, Mr. Science, and a resource page, which I can continually use throughout my teaching experiences. These include motivation videos and some resources for games and polls, as well as differentiating through social media. For my Inspired Educator course, I've included my teaching philosophy because it summarizes my teaching style, which includes engaging students in higher order thinking, and which is achieved through active learning. I've also included my professional growth plan, which helped me see my strength as a teacher is having content literacy, as well as an area I can improve on, which is learner literacy. For my learner literacy page, I've included my learner profile, which can be accessed by clicking on the picture here. And I've included this because knowing the type of learner I am helps me better understand my learners. Then through field experience, I was also able to identify similarities and differences between GATE, ELL, special education, and struggling learners. In organizing learning, I focused on my project-based learning unit on functions. I was able to unpack standards for the first time, plan for classroom setup for the unit, and prepare students for their college project-based learning event. In the Expert Instructional Literacy Approach class, we focused on brain-based learning, which I've included a link to my summary of understandings on the topic that also include the implications for the classroom. Connectivism, which is I summarized in this presentation, and also engagement and motivation, for which I examine ways to engage one of my disinterested students currently this year. Also here is my trigonometry unit, which was created using strategies from brain-based learning, connectivism, and motivation. In instructional literacy, I examined teacher inquiry practices I am already involved in, such as reflecting on and changing the lesson as it is occurring, as well as working, observing, and sharing resources with other colleagues, not just in my school, but from other teachers in the district. And I decided to focus my teacher inquiry practitioner research on digital formative assessments in order to differentiate instruction. I also include areas that impacted my teaching from the other AIL courses. In instructional design for digital learning, I began with creating a constructivist lesson for completing the square, which I plan to improve by incorporating more digital resources like Desmo's basketball shooting videos to make anticipations, and the use of online interactive algebra tiles. This was the beginning of my specialization in digital literacy. In instructional development and evaluation, I've included short-term, mid-term, and long-term trends presentation for education as they were identified by the Horizon Report, which I think is a good resource in moving forward with our education practices. I have also included my Catapults Makers Movement, which is used as a summative assessment project, which is detailed in the video that I've created here to the left. And it has also been added to my mini course on completing the square. In the online and mobile learning course, I finalized my online mini course, which included a course outline so that I can include clear expectations for my students so they can be successful. I've also included more WebTool tools for which my colleagues and I identified advantages of in the presentation to the left. The link to my online course is also included here as a subpage. There's the link, but I've also included the introduction video for the course, as well as my self-assessment on what went well and what I think I could improve on. Last, we have the assessment and evaluation in digital classroom course, where I created an infographic for my online mini course to use as models, since these can also be used as an assessment tool. I went ahead and created an analytic rubric here for my Catapult project, but also provided a presentation that my colleagues and I created with examples of holistic rubrics. I've also included a concept map for my advanced digital literacy experiences to model these as assessments of specifically summative assessments. Overall, I like how my portfolio turned out, as I embedded class discussions and journals within my artifacts and personal reflections. I like that it's very visual, and I embedded links within images and links to resources and websites that I will be using. Thank you.